have surged better than 1,000%, and more people than ever are benefiting. Today, nearly 2 out of 3 Americans own stocks directly or through their 401ks, IRAs, pension plans, or mutual funds as the market powers to new heights on uncharted territory. Joining me now is the former chairman and CEO of TD Ameritrade, Joe Moglia. Joe, it's great to have you.
Maria, I'm delighted to be on.
And here on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, TD Ameritrade was one of those companies which was created in a new industry, and that was the brokerage, the discount brokerage industry, as investors were gaining information, arming themselves with information, and investing for their own self.
That's exactly what happened. That was the 1970s, but what really put the Ameritrade, TD Ameritrade, Schwab's on the map was the internet in the 1990s, and that's when everything really became electronic, and that was a major differentiator and one of the major changes in all financial services as far as our country goes.
And that's what Dick Grasso was thinking when he put me on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. He wanted to demystify things down here. He knew that there were 85 million Americans out there who wanted information and wanted to trade for themselves.
He also had to find the person that was able to get banged around and was tough enough to handle it, so he made a good choice on that one.
Thank you so much. So let's talk about where we're coming from and where we're going, because things are changing dramatically now. We're talking about digital assets. When you look back over your career, having seen so much, how has the individual investor changed, and where do you think things are going on Wall Street?
Well, I think the individual investor today has so many more risk tools than what they've ever had. You think that the price of a stock, trading a stock 25, 30 years ago to what it is today, it's free. So you get more information faster than you've ever had. The pricing is as good as it's ever been. And you have the democratization
That's right.
of the individual investor is really taking place. And that's only going to continue with blockchain and AI and crypto.
Well, it's unbelievable. I compare this AI build-out to the Industrial Revolution that we saw 200 years ago, because it was much of the same factors. People were looking for growth. They were investing in railroads and bridges and roads back then. Today, they're investing in infrastructure around intelligence.
You know, to kind of take that a step further, if I may, you think about it's our 250th anniversary, but you go back to the American Revolution, where we finally became free. We're an agrarian society. You already mentioned the Industrial Revolution. That took us through the 1800s. We get hit with the Civil War in the middle of that. At the end of that, you have the discovery of electricity. The turn of the century, you have the discovery of the automobile. World War I. World War II was the first time we really became a world global power. That got us to the computer, which got us to the internet, which got us to the mobile phone, which 9/11, all those different things, going the financial crisis, to literally where we are today with regard to AI. That's 250 years of pretty significant progress and challenges our country's gone through.
And you just mentioned AI and the dot-com revolution and the individual investor revolution. It's been an incredible 30-plus years that I've been watching, certainly, as things have changed so much. Do you believe all markets will now become tokenized? And what does that mean? How do you see digital assets changing things?
I think what happens, the tokenization is really just a term for technology. So with the technology better and stronger, and a decentralized financial world, the future, it's not what we've experienced in the past. So things can get transacted much faster, much more efficiently, fewer mistakes, and cheaper. And what I can see is us having 24/7 markets. And there'll always be a need for a stock exchange, but we don't need. Things are going to change.
Yeah. Look, you went from, working your long career at Merrill Lynch and then before TD Ameritrade. Then you went back to coaching. And I love that about you, because I see similarities in your leadership on the field with football, as well as your leadership in the boardroom when you were chairman and leading Merrill Lynch and then chairman of TD Ameritrade.
Yeah, I think, certainly the product of football and the product of Wall Street and the financial world is very, very different. The leadership skills for football or for Wall Street or for the military or for business world in general, leadership in general, they're the same principles. Same principles held up a long time ago, hold up today.
Yeah.
They're the leadership principles.
Final question here. Markets hitting new highs again. Uncharted territory. This market has been ripping. What a second quarter we had. Best second quarter in a long time. Would you buy stocks today?
Yeah, I would buy stocks today. Now, with the stuff that's rallied so well, I would buy that on weakness. I'd wait for a little bit of a pullback, but I'd be buying stocks today. I think the fundamentals are really pretty good. And once we really get the Iranian crisis behind us, I think we're in great shape.
Joe, it's great to have you. Thank you so
Likewise,
much.
we'll always be on.
Happy 4th of July weekend.
And to you.
And have a safe one.